Making sure I'm not accidentally going live on like some other channel. That would be bad. No? Weird. I'm gonna have to look into that again. And like, I think I got the right LinkedIn stream key. I wonder if for both YouTube and LinkedIn, I just have to build like an event each week, which I can do. I can add that to my Saturday routine, update the stream keys. And that's what I'll try for next week, because if I am live streaming, I don't know where it's going. So if you're finding this somewhere, let me know where you are. Because I don't know where it is other than Twitch. Okay. But no worries. We can still get through and post it. Oh. What do we got going on here? Okay. So I'm starting with a bit of the clickbait from this past week. Or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember when they made this announcement. But I think it was someone from Google and someone from Microsoft. Microsoft saying, stop calling AI generative stuff slop. And then someone from Google saying that anybody who didn't want to get trained on AI is just suffering from burnout. And on the one hand, she's probably not wrong. But I think that's the problem and not, or I think the tech is still the problem and not the burnout. If tech companies would stop updating everything that didn't need to be updated, we might not have tech burnout. My 2 cents. So it really is kind of gaslighting how people are feeling and experiencing AI right now. Just a lot of different factors to it. And when it's burnout, which some of it, I don't think the Google person was wrong. I'm sure there is a lot of burnout. People are tired of work. But I think that in a way speaks to something I was worried about last week, which was AI is supposed to be making our lives easier, but I don't know a single business owner who is like, yep, I'm not stressed anymore because of AI. I don't know that it's quite working that end. So the December update, Google had a December core update, and it's not much. Reports are that sites were very volatile. But it's only reinforcing the trend that was happening. And the trend that is happening is that specialized information is going to perform better than generalized information. And by that in particular, they mean going deep within a subject, with one particular subject. So having, a website really deep diving into everything about the business, that's going to perform better than a website that tries to do everything. But it also speaks to the fact that EEAT, expertise, experience, authority, and trustworthiness. The more that you can share your own experience, your own insights, the more that you can provide valuable content, you're going to perform better than a general website repeating everything that everybody else says. Which is why a lot of times AI can't help you, right? Or if it does, you have to significantly train it, which is fine. But just be aware, specialty greater than general. It's just going to perform better on Google. It's just going to perform better on AI. So when you're planning out your content for this year, don't think about what are all the different topics I can talk about, but what are all the different perspectives of this topic that I can bring to light. Third, today I'm just going to look at optimization review. Just recapping what search engine optimization is, because a lot of people still don't really understand and still just assume it's you put keywords in the headers and you're done. That doesn't really address the specialty versus general, does it? You have to actually have rich content that is more and more important every day than specific keywords. So SEO is search engine optimization, GEO, generative engine optimization. I still consider AI search as kind of part of search engine, although of course a search engine is different from a generative AI chat. But I think good online visibility is the core for both of these. And so I still just use SEO. I just include GEO so people know, yes, also AI. You'll see a lot of different acronyms for AI visibility. AEO, AIO, even though that's just the artificial intelligence overview from Google. And then there were some funny ones that I saw in this chart, including LLMAO. So language learning model answer optimization, but it just cracks me up. So please don't use that one. Let's not. Let's stick with GEO. That seems fine. And so the skill set behind that, the intention behind that, is to do everything to get that online visibility. So that includes on-page content, that includes technical work, and that includes off-page reputation. Oh yeah, it looks like LinkedIn stopped there and it needs to reconnect. So there's some sort of issue with the connection today. Well, I'll play with that later. I still hear from agencies who don't do SEO a lot of statements that make me think they don't really understand that it's a big process to really do SEO. And that when someone specializes it as their entire focus, it's a lot. And so being asked to just do some SEO for a couple hours a month at a minimal rate just doesn't fly, because the tools and the strategy that need to go into it doesn't correlate. There's not enough time. There's an entire onboarding process where I have to understand the goal of the business and the voice of the business so that the work, matches their goals. Important. Then there's, the actual research and competitive research. There's, um, yes, as part of that keyword research, writing content, finding outlets, publish content other than the website, fixing code, putting in schema, alt image tags. And there is a lot that goes into it, and you either need to be very smart and take a lot of time or find tools that can help you speed things along. And those tools are not cheap. So, if any businesses want to do it themselves, that's the reminder. But that's really it for this week. Um, it was almost a refresher in basics. Not not a lot of what I saw in keeping up with the news was new this week. It was the reiteration of what AI looks for, what Google looks for, what's trending. Not a lot has actually changed, though, yet. So that's it for this week. I am ever continuing to figure out how to get my YouTube and LinkedIn working. So next week I will try to have the planned event. And otherwise, have a lovely day. And we'll see ya. What day is it? Tomorrow I'll do EverQuest in theory with Punch and Caution. Thursday, something with Punch. Saturday or Sunday, Teach Yourself Classics. Be back here.